So I just want to go over a couple things that I use when I'm nighttime hunting. These are just things that I've seen over the years that have been useful to me and potentially could help you in your loadout. But first thing you gotta do is you gotta know the wind. So I keep this little wind indicator here for me. You gotta know the wind at your location, no matter what any app or Onyx or anything like or weather app tells you. You need to know what the wind's doing, and always set up to either see or play the downwind side, because you're never gonna fool a coyote's nose. Next, I have my scanner. This is a Pulsar XG35, 640 resolution, 12 micron, 2.5 base magnification, adjustable diopter, adjustable focus, quick change battery here. Fantastic unit, have no issues with it. Has worked very well for me. I keep a retractable tie down on it, so should I be scanning and need to get to my weapon quickly, I can drop this and it keeps it out of the dirt and snow. But this unit has worked very well for me. Next, we have a headlamp. So I always keep a headlamp on me, whether you're trying to recover coyotes, work on your equipment, or you're engaging with the landowner, a farmer, or any locals. Always go white light. You don't want to be walking around in the dark when you're approaching somebody. People don't like that. So next we have the collar. This is a Lucky Duck Roughneck. This collar has been fantastic for me. It sounds great. Battery life has been very good. Only issues I have with the battery is the compartment's kind of a pain. So it has kind of like this cartridge to hold 10 AA batteries. But it can be hard to get in and out, so I keep pliers with me on the in the truck. But other than that, it's been great. The silicone's not a gimmick. It definitely reduces sound because you're knocking around on stuff. So versus, so it definitely does work. But that's been a great collar for me. The remote, again, I keep the remote tied down for the same reason. I don't want to drop it in the snow. The remote's very intuitive, works very well, long battery life, and it's easy to use. It has a daytime and nighttime mode, but I still like to keep this little light cover to reduce as much light signature as I can. It's just cardboard and duct tape taped on there. But the remote has worked fantastic for me. Only issue I've seen is in colder temperatures, sometimes that connection is not the best. So I try to ensure I'm not ever obscuring the connection between the collar and the remote. I found that if I just ensure I'm pointing at where the collar is, adjusting sound or volume has been no issue. This is a Everly Stock Recon Bino harness for binos, but it's worked great for me. Allows me to keep everything on me while I'm going in and out and around my sets. I just flip this open when I get to my set, start calling, I'm calling, and it allows me just to put it back in and hold it there for me. Down here I keep spare batteries. So this is a spare battery for my scanner, microfiber cloth, and spare batteries for my thermal unit. Microfiber cloth is pretty important, whether it be spitting snow, rain, fog, anything like that. It allows you to clean your lenses without scratching or destroying it. In this pocket, I keep more spare batteries for my thermal unit because you can control batteries, and you always want to control what you can control and leave the uncontrolled to the uncontrolled, right? So, if there's something that you can control in your set, you better have an answer for it. But spare mag, this is a 10 round ASC mag. Always keep a spare mag on me, whether you forget to top your mags off or you just get into a whole mess of coyotes and you got a lot of shooting going on. Allows you to make a mag change. Next thing we'll get into is going to be the tripod. So the tripod, this is a Really Ride Stuff or double RS 34L. Though not cheap, this tripod is fantastic. Definitely worth the money. What I like to do is keep my tripod, I essentially have it marked at this location. That way all I have to do is elongate my two bottom legs, and it's at the height that I like it to be at for 90% of my sets that I do. On the tripod, this is a Fehu Outdoors. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a tripod basket. Then they're like 25 bucks, but works great for storing different items while you're going in and out of your sets. And then this is a tripod sling. So I've got kind of big into tripod slings of recent, and they have a lot of uses, but this is by Sniper Sew Shop. It's a small little niche sew shop that made to order items, and it works great. It's got good Cobra buckle on it. It's got great adjustability, and it's got little detents here so you can do it at night and not have any issues with making your connection. But what that allows you to do is, say you're dragging multiple coyotes out or anything like that, allows you to put the tripod around your waist, and you can sling your rifle, carabiner, your collar to your hip, and now you got hands free to do whatever you need to do. So yeah, tripod sling is great, and it works great for me. So getting into the rifle, this is a 6 ARC. I'm shooting at 87 grain VMAX. This is an 18-inch proof barrel, a Gemtech tracker, 30 cal suppressor, arrow parts, and then Knife Force ATACR 4-16, Mars weapons mounted laser rangefinder, and a Voodoo M clip-on thermal. And then this is a Faro Concepts Slickster, or Slingster rather. Sling works great, good adjustability, pull things tight. Always have a sling on your rifle. You're always going to want to sling your rifle, whether you're working on something, crossing an area or anything like that. You're going to want to sling. And then I also keep bipods in all mine. This is MDT Skypod PRS shorts. Seems like every time that I don't have my bipods on there, I want them on there. So whether that be setting your rifle down, or you can't make a shot off your tripod because it's kind of far, so you want to get prone and get your bipods extended, it works great for that. The Voodoo M is phenomenal. Fantastic battery life. I'm getting about 6 to 7 hours on just two 123 batteries, 640 12 micron, and it's just got a fantastic image. The things that I can see with the thermal, sometimes I can't really get the fidelity I want, so I'll switch to that and then get PID, no problem, whether it be coyotes, fox at distance, or even raccoons, possums, skunks. Like you can see what you're looking at through that system, and it does sometimes pick up things that I kind of miss with this if I'm scanning kind of like a horizon. But that's the stuff that I'm using. This has worked for me so far this year, and we'll get into some other items in a moment, but that's just what I'm using. So something else I want to cover is, an option for carrying your equipment for a longer movement, or whether it be more hills or creeks or anything like that, but you want to go hands-free for a longer duration, is a pack system. So this is an Eberlestock F1 mainframe. It's got a MOLLE panel here. This has the metal frame on it. This is a Eberlestock weapons scabbard, and this is a Kifaru Escape and Evade pack. I'll show you guys how to hook this up. I like this particular model of the Eberlestock weapon scabbard. It's got the Velcro here to put larger rifles into it, but it also has clips that are on the top here, which I'll show you how to connect the rifle. So first thing I do is I just put my collar into here, and I'll zip this up, and I like to orient my zippers at the top. That way I know every time I go to grab it, it's at the top. And then next thing I will do is I will grab my I'll grab my tripod and insert that into the weapon scabbard. And then I will grab my rifle, and it has this little shelf down here on the bottom of the pack, and I'll put that down, put the rifle up against the scabbard, and then I'll run this strap around the barrel or the fore end of the rifle and hook it in, and then I'll cinch that tight. And that is what is securing the rifle to the pack. The system works very well. I've tested it multiple times, works great. And then I'll take the Escape and Evade. I like the Escape and Evade because it has, buckle system that lines up with the Eberlestock pack already, and I'll buckle that on. And you can cinch this down, but that's not what is securing the rifle, so it can be kind of loose. But now, that quickly you are set up to make longer movements, and it works great. Like I said, no issues with it. Then when you get to your set, you just simply pop these off. All right, get your rifle off. bipod, like we discussed. Bipod, rifle goes down, tripod comes out, tripod goes down, and then I access my collar. I'll run that out to my collar location, and then this pack will just stay with me at my firing location. And makes it super simple to haul stuff in and around, whether you're dragging coyotes and things like that. It just allows you to be more hands-free and gives you some more options. So I want to talk a little bit about scanners and different thermal units. So my recommendation is to spend your money up front on a scanner. This is what you're spending all your time under, on your way into a set, at your set, and on the way out is under a scanner. So you want something that's got really good resolution, ability to adjust your focus, and a great battery life, and something that's easy to use, right? This is easy for me to hold up all night. And spend the money on a scanner. Like I said, you're going to use that more than your rifle scope. And then your scanner, if you get a really good scanner, you can get a kind of a lesser rifle scope, something that's got, you know, less features or a little bit less resolution, and you already know what you're looking at because you got PID with your scanner. So when you switch that rifle scope, it's not a huge detriment. But you got to find something that works for you. In my hunting situations, I do a lot of open fields. So I like something that's got a higher base magnification, like a 2.5, 3. Like minimum is 2.5. I like to see a 3 or 3.5. But if you're in tighter quarters, you may want that 2 power base magnification. Anytime you zoom in, you're cutting resolution in half. So find something that works for your hunting situation. Yeah, but this unit's been really good. They offer a laser rangefinder model on this, and a lot of other companies do. But I have a system for that, so I don't need that feature. But if I didn't have that, for sure I would have a laser rangefinder on my scanner. But you got to if you're getting into the game, like I said, I started off with just a scanner and a white light on a 1-8. It can be done. It's very difficult to get follow-up shots and things like that, but you know, you got to kind of start somewhere, and then you want to get something that, you know, the company is going to be around for a while and has a good warranty, because you're going to have stuff that fails. If you spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on something, it's nice to have that, you know, 2, 3, 5-year warranty that some of these companies have, because thermals progress so fast, the technology progresses so fast. Stuff that may be, you know, that's good today, like this is a 1.5, 2-year-old unit, and it's not outdated. It works great for me, but there's stuff in the same price range as this that is maybe a little bit better. But if I should send this in for a warranty to get fixed, I'm gonna have that peace of mind that they're gonna get me a unit back quickly. This actual unit, this is the second one. I pulled it out of the box and there's no image, right? Brand new, out of the box, just nothing but, you know, looking through milk. So I immediately called them, sent it back. They had one out to me like a week later, 2 weeks later, and this one's been good to go. So find a company that's got a good warranty and that will a good customer service and back it up. I know Pulsar's is good. I haven't dealt with any other companies, so I can't speak on their behalf, but your equipment's gonna dictate your style of hunting, right? So if you have really good equipment, then you can get by with different hunting situations. You can set up in an area that you can see a lot further and how you set up and make those longer shots. But if you don't have that type of equipment, you got to play your set to what you can do. So when I first started, I had a entry-level unit. It's all I had. I didn't have a scanner, so I didn't want to be scanning 180 degrees because that just wear you out, or even potentially behind you. So I set up in ways to where coyotes are going to be coming from kind of a known location, and I also set up to where I didn't have a shot opportunity unless it was within my range, 100 to 150 meters away from where I thought they're going to show up, because I can scan that tighter area easier, and as soon as I saw them, I can make a shot, right? But now I have different units and different setup to where I can scan 360 pretty quick with this, and also I can make longer engagements, 300, 400, 500 meters pretty easily. So you just got to get the equipment that's going to work for your situation, and then whatever equipment you have, you got to play that equipment to your advantage. So there's a lot of companies out there. There's plenty of online reviews I'm not going to give you what the image looks like or anything like that. There's plenty of other companies or people on YouTube that have those options. I just know that, I'm trying to educate more so on like a use factor and like kind of how you employ your stuff. So going forward, that's what the stuff we'll talk about is how to use your stuff to your advantage.